Hi guys, how are you today? Finally, I'm filming this video. As you can see, I'm back to Finland, and because of all that, you know, it's been hard to record anything. So I've been, you know, missing and skipping some, you know, Saturdays, which I didn't want to do it, but sometimes life gets in the way. Well, I hope all of you are doing well, and today finally I am making a video on how I use distress oxides as backgrounds. Now, I know that not everybody does have distress oxides, nor the supplies I'm gonna show it to you, but this is my process. And also I've been doing art journaling for a while, so I've accumulated different art supplies and craft supplies that I've been using on my coloring. So I just want to show you my process. You absolutely don't have to do this. You absolutely don't have to go and buy these supplies. It's just, as I said, I want to show you a bit of my process, how I do some backgrounds, and how I implement a bit of mixed media and art journaling in my coloring pages. But you can do backgrounds with anything really, with colored pencils, with watercolors, like cheap watercolors, with neon color 2 crayons by Caran d'Ache. There's other watercolor crayons that you can use that are more affordable than the Neon Color 2s. So I know I'm repeating myself, but you most certainly do not need or don't need to go out and purchase these supplies. I have, because, as I said, I've been doing some art journaling for a while, and I think, as you might have guessed, I have a hoarder syndrome, meaning I have to get all the supplies that I want in all the colors, and you know, it's not necessarily a good thing. What am I saying? It's actually not a good thing. So I'm trying very hard to use my supplies, but anyways, I am just babbling right now, but anyway, why am I repeating, saying anyways? Well, in any case, so while I was in Portugal, me and my fam, I got this in the mail. So as soon as I opened the page, I knew this is the page I wanted to do, which is very rare. Usually I want to do some page that it's not the first one. But this time I wanted to do this one, and it's actually quite nice for the purposes of this video because the main focal point is right in the center. So now I'm gonna show you some of the supplies. What I have here, I was thinking about the colors, and I'm thinking about blues, yellows, and greens. So for yellows, I have Distress Oxide Fossilized Amber, which is a warmer yellow. Then I have cooler yellow, which is Squeezed Lemonade. Sorry, yep. Then for my green, I only chose a lighter green, like brighter, lighter, which is Twisted Citron. And then for my blues, I chose Broken China. Sorry guys, can you see? So many, sorry about all the shadows. And then a little darker, but still quite bright blue, Salty Ocean. I also have just a spray bottle, and I have some distress oxides in spray. So I have Mermaid Lagoon, I have again Twisted Citron in spray, and also Fossilized Amber in spray. I also have, which I'm not sure I'm gonna use, Fossilized Amber just in Distress Spray Stain. I hope you can see this because I know there's a lot of shadows right now. Then I have a stencil, which again, I'm not sure I'm gonna use, but this is the stencil I'm using. I don't remember the name, but it's by Dina Wakley, also Ranger. And then I have a blending tool, okay? So the thing is, I have this at the back. I put a little washi tape and I have these sponges and I just attach to the applicator, and then it's easier to, you know, to apply color. Now, I don't know how this video is how this is gonna be, because I took my heating tool to Portugal and I forgot to bring it back. So we will have to wait that things dry naturally. So I don't know how long this video is gonna take me to film, but it's fine. Obviously I can cut, you know, the longer parts, so the drying parts. Anyways, so I'm thinking I'm gonna start with broken china. So I just take the sponge and put on my applicator, and then I open this and I just rub on the pad, and then I go into my paper. Now, this is messy, and as you can see, if you're not careful, you see this, you know, marks where the sponge has, you know, touched the paper. But if you go around a little bit, it will fade those marks, but I don't mind, you know. So also I don't mind if it comes a little bit onto the illustration. It just adds some character. I hope I'm still in frame. Yes, I am. So this is a rather quick background, especially like if you have a heating gun or a dryer, blow dryer, it will speed up the process. But sometimes you don't want to, you know, spend too much time on a background because, you know, it's a background, right? You want to have fun and color the focal point. So there's some background here, there. Now I am gonna go to Salty Ocean, and I'm doing the same but more on the outside. See how much brighter it is? And if you don't want much this bright, you can always get a piece of paper and, you know, blot it out a little bit before going into your page. You can do that as well, for sure. So I am not sure if I'm gonna use all these colors with the same technique with the applicator. We shall see. I don't have a, how do you say, a fixed plan. But yeah, so if you have these supplies, you should definitely, or I'm sorry, you can definitely use them in your coloring. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. This is not groundbreaking, but you know, it's part of my process. And another thing you can use on your backgrounds is stamps and embossing, if you have them. But I'm not doing that today. I could, but I'm not doing it. Otherwise, I think it will be a little too overwhelming. Okay, so I'm just smooshing and trying to, you know, blend a little bit. I don't mind so much the round marks from the applicator, but I still want to blend it a little bit so it's not so evident. Sorry about the noise, I know it's probably not so pleasant. There you go. Now, I think I'm done with the applicator. Now, I'm gonna grab the spray bottle and I'm gonna spray a little bit. I'm gonna let the water do its thing a little bit for a few seconds, and of course if I had the heating tool it would be faster, but I don't. Look, it's starting to oxidize. Can you see that? Here, there. So obviously the darker or the brighter the color is, the easier it is to see the oxidization, but okay, I think it's good. And now next I'm gonna grab a paper towel and I'm just gonna blot it like this. Some people do wonderful things with the oxides. I am not one of those people. I get some effects, but you know, I guess there's also a learning curve, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous already, the effect you get from the oxides. Now, if I had a heating tool, I would heat the page, because if you notice, it's kind of damp, but we will continue on. So another thing I like to do, which I forgot to prepare for it, but I have it here, hang on. It's a paper, I'm sorry, paper, it's a plastic, okay? And what I do is, well, this one is a little dirty, so I'm gonna clean it first with a wet wipe. So we don't have... Of course, I think this effect that I'm gonna do is probably better if the paper is totally dry, but I don't have patience now to wait until the paper is dry. So what I do with this plastic is, let's go to squeezed lemonade. I go with my ink pad directly and I smoosh it like this. And then with my spray bottle, which is, where did I put it? Right in front of me, guys. Oh my gosh. I spray like this, and then I bend a little bit because I don't want too much, you know, I don't want those edges to show up so much, and I just, you know, just apply anywhere that I want. You see, I think the effect will be nicer and more, and it won't look so much green. Obviously, yellow and blue gives you green. If the page was totally dry, I just am impatient. So, well, and now we're gonna have to wait to dry, really, because the other stuff I want to do. So I'm gonna pause this video here and wait until this dry, and then we'll continue. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Hi guys, welcome back. This is pretty much dry. Well, it's still a little damp, but I don't have the patience to wait anymore. So right now I'm gonna use, I think, fossilized amber. Let's see what kind of effect do we have. Now, I don't have any expectations meaning that I don't have a certain image in my head or how this is gonna look, because this kind of media, this distress oxide, like any ink or sprays, or it's very unpredictable. So I just, and like even watercolor, so I just let it do its own thing, and I don't, you know, think too much, oh, this is not as I want it, or, you know, it will be what it will be. So I don't mind if it doesn't, you know, come out the best looking thing, because it's very unpredictable. Okay, now I'm gonna use a little bit more water and see what's gonna happen here. And I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and see. I think next one I'm gonna use the stencil, and I'm gonna show you how I would use it. There's a couple of ways, but let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna use the paper towel, whatever, tissue, and I'm gonna dab a bit the water up. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the stencil, and the first thing I'm gonna try to do is, with a baby wipe, rub off some of the ink. I'm not sure how it's gonna look, because this is a very porous paper, so I don't know if the ink will lift that easily, but let's try. Look, I don't see anything, actually. What if I rub a little stronger? Now I see a little bit. Okay, I see just a tiny bit over there. So let's continue. Sorry, I know it now. I know the picture is a bit off frame, but I need to reach this area here. You need to rub a little strongly, because, as I said, this paper is rather porous, so it soaks in the ink quite a lot. But you can see a little bit of the effect. So I think I'm gonna change the baby wipe, or the wet wipe, to a clean one. Okay, there it is. And let's continue. I think I'm gonna do maybe around 3 here and 3 down. So we have like 6 points where I used the stencil. Sorry about the noise. Let's see. Look. Look. Okay, now I'm gonna move the book a little bit up. Yeah, you can still see bottom. You can do this with any stencil that you want, any, you know. There you go. Look at that. Ta-da! I think it's quite cute. Now, another way we can do, I said I was not going to use the applicator anymore, but I will. And I'm gonna use, let's see, Twisted Citron. Let's see how it looks. I need the sponge. And now I'm gonna dab. Now what I'm gonna do is grab again my stencil. This is another way you can use your stencil, and just apply the ink over the stencil. Let's see how it looks like. I have no clue. Look. Not bad. Maybe it's becoming a little busy, but it's okay. We are also experimenting. Okay. Let's see over here. Do you see? Maybe over here. Okay. I'm thinking one more here. One more here. Okay, at this point you could just leave the way it is, but I wanna, oops, I dropped a brush and my stencil. Well, never mind. You could just leave the way it is and call it done. I think it's a nice background, you know. Of course you can keep on going and going and going, but I'm gonna use a little bit of the sprays. And how would I do this? Because I don't want to spray all over and make a huge mess, even though I love spraying. But when I usually spray, for example, in the mixed media art journaling project, I have cardboard box, and then I just go into town and spray. But I'm not gonna do this right now. So let's see, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Twisted Citron. So you need to shake well. And then I just drop some, even if it falls on the unicorn is fine. And I just, you know, oh my gosh, splatter, that's it. Now I'm looking at this and I'm liking it, but I feel like there's not much contrast, you know. Blues, yellows, and greens, they're very close on the color wheel. So I think I'm gonna use a little tiny bit of pink, some pink splatters, and then I'm gonna call it done. And then I think I'm gonna color this. I'm thinking, do I do a color in chat with this, or do I color outside, like off camera? Maybe off camera, and then I just, you know, show you on a flip through, like my colored images between this month and that month. So hey, let me try one more thing. Let me try with a stain. If you would actually, there you go. So I'm not sure the difference, like the real difference between, there you go. You can even go down between oxides and spray and stains. But from what I understand, the spray stains are, what was it? Dye ink. And the oxides is a mix of dye and pigment ink. So they have a more chalky finish, okay? While these ones have a more translucent finish. This is how I know them to be different. I really like the oxides a lot, I just do. But the stains are nice as well, but I have a lot more oxides than I do the stains, so I don't know. But you can see how the stains look like over Distress Oxides. I'm gonna try now again a stain, but in a coral type. In a coral type. Sorry, in a color. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering. In a coral color. That's it. And if you hear some, you know, noise, it's my husband setting up a baby gate. Now our daughter is 8 months. Well, she's gonna be 8 months tomorrow, and she's crawling everywhere and she's moving everywhere, so we need a baby gate, and he's doing it right now. So, but here, it's a Distress Spray stain in Abandoned Coral. So let's see. Again, I'll just splatter. See if we get some contrast. There you go. Oh, it's falling on the horse, but I'll just do like this. And here I go with a horse in the unicorn. You can also go like this. It's not bad, but I think I prefer a little bit of pink, actually. There you go. Andala. Sorry, that was Portuguese saying come on. Okay, one more thing. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna come with a pink Distress Oxide. Or do I dare just to splatter a little bit? No, I'm gonna wait a little bit to dry, and we're gonna do a little bit of pink, okay? And then I will color the day. Okay guys, see you in a little bit. Hi guys, it's pretty much dry, not totally, but now I've decided to do something crazy. I have this Distress Oxide spray in Kitsch Flamingo. It's one of his newest colors, and I think I'm gonna spray directly. This is gonna be really messy, so I don't know what's gonna happen, so let's do it together. I've already shaken it, so see, there was a little too much there. Okay, that was a little too much, but what if I do a little bit of the plastic and I pick it up and I move it a little bit? See the oxidation there, and how the pigment and the dyeing are a bit separating. Well, this is not going as terribly as I thought it could go. So yeah, I think now it looks a little nicer with a bit of pink. Let's see. Obviously, the higher you spray, how would I say, the smaller the droplets are. However, the splattering area is bigger. While if you go lower, obviously you're gonna have like a puddle. But you know, as I said, it's a puddle and you won't have this kind of effect. But let's see if I go over here a little bit more. Okay, let me clean up the nozzle. You should always clean up the nozzle, by the way, before so it doesn't get stuck. The spray or the liquid doesn't get stuck in the nozzle. Ah, there you go. I shouldn't do this without an apron, but okay, now that was a little too much, but it's okay. There. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. I was just gonna continue going, but I think this is good. And now what I'm gonna do is probably pick it up a little bit with my plastic and just lightly dab it in different places. Okay guys, I think this is it. I mean, I know it became a very busy background, but I wanted to try these things with you, and I will insert a photo of this when it's totally dry, okay? So you can see better how the ink and the oxide ink has dried. And then, you know, knowing me, I'm probably gonna put some glitter, but that will be at the end, after I colored the unicorn. Let me know if you want to flip through of this. I'm subscribed to this Coloring Heaven magazine, so I get it every month in my mailbox. So if you feel like you would like to see flip-throughs of this magazine monthly, let me know, and of course I'll do it. So, okay guys, I think today I've been here for a while, and I'm sorry it's been a bit all over the place, and you know, but now you have a little bit of an idea what sometimes I do for my backgrounds. Actually, let me show you one more example. See? I don't want to put on top of the... I also did with the distress oxides, and I used stencils as well, and some... These splatters are actually this spray, the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. So you see, the sky is the limit. So okay guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up this for now, and when this is dry I will take a photo and insert before the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will link some of these products. So I'm thinking I will link from scrapbook.com, so it's easy for everyone to go and check it out. I know that scrapbook.com from Europe, the shipping is a little pricey. However, you can always, you know, there is mixed media art journaling craft supplies stores in Europe. So actually most of my craft supplies come from Finnish stores. So, and I digress. My point being, I hope you had some insight on how I make some of my mixed media backgrounds using distress oxides. And I think next video I will do a review of some coloring pencils. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll flip through, we'll see. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, dawn, dusk, whatever you're having, and until next time, take care guys, bye.